It's great to see you all on International Women's Day. I put out a little bit of sparkling lights for us because you can't beat a bit of sparkle. And I was saying earlier, I got a great book, The Pelvic Floor Bible, everything you need to know to prevent and cure problems at every stage in your life. So I'm really looking forward to reading it and having more information. And so let's start lying on our back and relaxing. And breathe here. I know I mentioned the menopause a lot, and that doesn't mean that it relates to everybody, but it's just really good to bring it up in the conversation and to share any bit of information. I find I'm loving finding out more and more, having more information, and often a lot of misinformation out there. And so it's great. I'm going to keep sharing just little bits of information. And if it relates to you, great. And if it doesn't, you can just disregard it. And so let's start by relaxing. And so this is so important, right? So letting go of your day. And maybe even letting go anything that's bothering you. Feel your shoulders relax. This is your hour. And so it's your time to drop in. We developed two different kinds of perception in Pilates. We have proprioception, awareness of our body moving in space. And then we have introspection, tuning in and aware of ourselves from the inside. So our attention focused. And so it's always good to start with our introspection, drawing our awareness inside. And then we'll start with our proprioception, aware of our bodies without looking. So feel your feet on the floor, the backs of your shins, your knees slightly not touching the floor. And then feel the lowest part of your pelvis on the floor. And then your lower back is not pressing as heavily, the little arch there. Shoulder blades on the floor, back of the neck away from the floor. Dropping in, really nice. So now bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. And let's start some Pilates breathing here. And I always find it amazing myself. By the end of 5 or 6 conscious breaths, the pelvic floor is definitely activated and engaged. And so here, let's inhale. And for the first couple of breaths, let's let the belly expand and let the pelvic floor completely relax. And then as you exhale, I want you to lift and engage the pelvic floor. So it's like as if you're drawing the 4 bony markers together, the 2 sit bones either side and the pubic bone at the front, tailbone at the back. So like you're drawing those bones towards each other. Sink the navel, ribs draw in. So let's do a full relaxation again on the inhale. Inhale, ribs expand, belly expand, and those bones separate. The bones don't actually move. We're working the muscles that connect them, but it's good to use the bones as a landmark. And as you exhale through your mouth, think of those bones drawing towards each other, the lower abs sinking, the ribs drawing in. Let's do one more where we completely relax. So inhale, breath goes right down, belly expands, pelvic floor relaxes. And now as you exhale, those 4 bony markers drawing towards each other, it's the hammock of muscles between them you're engaging. Lower abs sink, ribs draw in, exhaling through your mouth. So now when we inhale, let's not just relax quite as much. So our ribs will expand, we get a full lungs, but we're not going to relax the pelvic floor. But as we exhale, we're going to engage it a little bit more. So it will naturally relax as we inhale a little bit, but we're trying to sustain a little bit of engagement. Inhale, and as we exhale, lift the pelvic floor, sink the abdominals. So you should really be feeling an activation here and trust that you're doing it right. Biggest problem I find is that we kind of think, I don't know if I'm doing it right. If you can feel the muscles, if you can feel that activation, you're doing it perfect. Inhale one more time, just the ribs expand. Try to keep the activation in the lower abs and the pelvic floor lifted. Exhale through the mouth. lift the pelvic floor, sink the abs. Really nice. Let's do a little bit of articulation. So inhale. And as you exhale, press into your feet, imprint the lower back, and then articulate up. So going vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Keep those ribs in. And now really reaching the arms. So we're trying to lengthen the spine as we exhale down. So control the movement, engaging the abdominals, and vertebrae by vertebrae. So it's more challenging because the arms are overhead. Inhale the arms back down. Let's exhale, articulate up. Exhale through your mouth, lift. And remember, nice straight line. We're not in a yoga bridge, right? So it's a straight line, knees, hips, shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And now reach in the arms as you slowly exhale and articulate down. Sink the abs. Excellent. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, arms down. Exhale, lift and engage. Inhale, arms reach overhead. And then as you exhale, articulate down vertebrae by vertebrae. Reach in the arms, so creating lovely length between the vertebrae. We're going to do a lot of lengthening and flexibility at the start tonight. Inhale, arms down. Last one, exhale, articulate up. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, lengthen. And exhale, really reach in the arms and articulate down. So nice. Excellent. We're going to roll up. So inhale, look to your toes, reach the arms forward. Remember, use your elbows if you need to. Exhale, rolling up. And now reach forward. So the abs are drawing back. So really like as if your abdominals, your ribs are drawing back as you reach the arms forward, shoulder away from the ears. Inhale to straighten. And then exhale, rolling down. So remember, lower back is going to hit the floor first. So really C curve and rolling down. To your feet, reach the arms as you inhale. Inner thighs are active. And then all articulate all the way up. Reach the arms forward. Ribs draw back, navel draws back. Really nice. Let's stay here as we inhale. And as we exhale, let's reach a little bit further. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, rolling back. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Excellent. Last one. Inhale, look to your toes. Sink the abdominals and reach and draw the abs back. That's it. Really nice. Come up to sit. Let's cross the legs and we're going to come to standing. So come to all fours, tuck your toes and push into a forward fold. And here in the forward fold, let's bend the knees and then let's straighten them. Bend and straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And just straighten as much as is comfortable. And you might like to keep your hands on your thighs. So the podcast I was listening to, a key part was the importance of always adapting the Pilates moves to suit your body. So you are doing Pilates. Pilates is not doing you, right? And so you always find the version that's going to work for you. So roll up, soften your knees, tuck the tailbone, and vertebrae by vertebrae comes up. So always, whenever I'm teaching whatever version of a posture, you find the one that works for you. Oh yeah. So now place your right foot off to the side and you're on the blade of that foot, right? So the foot, you're on the baby toe side of the foot. So left leg is in front. And I want you to put your left hand on the inside of your left thigh and reach the right arm up. Now use that leverage, okay? So you're pushing the left hand into the thigh and that helps you to lengthen. So deep, deliberate breaths here. As you exhale, maybe reach a little further, that's it. Creating lovely length, inhale. And so always, you listen to your body. You do the version that suits for you. One more time. And exhale, reach. Let's do the other side. So come to standing and pop the left leg behind. Really nice. So now the right foot's in front, right hand rather onto the inside of the right thigh, and reach that left arm up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, really use that right hand as leverage to lean a little more. Really nice. One more. And exhale. Super. Inhale up and exhale. Let's roll up and down a few times. So we'll inhale, reach up. And then exhale, drop the chin, arms down and roll down. So remember, it's like your spine is coming away from a wall behind you. Vertebrae by vertebrae coming down. Inhale here. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone and roll up. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin and round. So shoulders come off the wall first. Then the back of the ribs, the lower back. And then you're all the way down. Inhale here. And exhale, roll up. And let's do the 3 movements of the spine. We always do these at the end of the class. But it's nice to do them at the start as well. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. So the shoulders stay over the hips. Take off top so you can see better. Inhale, arch, chest forward, tailbone back. Exhale, round. And so shoulders stay over the hips the whole time. We're not folding forward. We're moving the spine. 2 more. 1 more. And now side to side. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, lean. Inhale to center. Exhale, lean. 1 more each side. And feel the movement. If you like, you close your eyes. So great. Stretching, moving. Proprioception and introspection. Inhale, reach up. And then let's put our hands on our shoulders. Actually, we'll do a different version tonight. Reach your arms forward. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bend the elbow and then reach the arm back. Hips stay facing forward, so upper back rotation. Inhale, both arms forward. And then exhale, bend the elbow and rotate. So imagine there's spotlights on your hip points and they're facing forward. Inhale, reach. And as you rotate, the arm that's reaching forward, reach it more. So both hands are actively reaching away from each other. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, reach. And exhale, rotate. Super. Let's roll down. So come to the back of your mat. Inhale. Just move. And notes. And then exhale, tuck your chin and rolling down. Relax the shoulders. Walk the hands out and come to all fours. So here we'll do a little bit of cat stretch. So inhale here in neutral. And as you exhale, push into the floor, separate the shoulder blades, tuck the tailbone and round, draw the ribs in. Inhale back to neutral spine, navel to spine. And remember, you're not arching. As you exhale, you're going to lift the chest, thoracic extension, but you're not arching. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the tailbone, sink the ribs in, sink the abs in. Inhale back to neutral spine. Exhale, thoracic extension. Last one, inhale, center. Exhale, round scoop. Inhale back to center, neutral spine. Exhale, extension. So let's stay here in neutral spine. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, slide your right hand underneath, behind the left, and sink down. Your temple comes towards the floor. Inhale back up. And now that right hand goes forward. And you're going to sink down. So your hips stay over your shoulders. You're lengthening up in the spine. That's it. Your left elbow bends. Inhale back to center. And now place that right hand on your lower back and rotate to the right. Inhale back to center. Place the right hand down. Let's go the other side. So left hand slides. Temple towards the floor. Rotation in the ribs. Inhale to center. Right. left hand rather forward, and now sink down. The hips are staying high, so we're not going backwards. We're lengthening in the spine. Inhale back to center, put the left hand on your lower back, palm facing up, and then rotate. So you're rotating in the torso, not just in the shoulders. Let's do that all again. Inhale, exhale, slide. Turn the ribs, navel to spine, pelvic floor lifts. Inhale, center, and forward and sink. Inhale, center, hand on your back, and rotate. Both hands down. Inhale, exhale, hand underneath. Rotate, turn those ribs. Inhale, center, hand forward, and sink down. Inhale, center, hand on your lower back, and rotate. Excellent. So now come down onto your forearms. And here we're going to just do the rotation. So take an inhale, and again, check. Nice neutral spine, tailbone under, pelvic floor lifts, navel to spine. Inhale, and then exhale. The arm stays in that cactus shape and open out. Inhale, down. Let's go to the other side. Exhale, rotate. Do 4 each side. Exhale, rotate. Ribs rotating. Hips stay steady. And exhale, rotate. There's 2. Inhale, exhale, rotate. Going from side to side. That's it. Exhale, rotate. There's 3. And 1 more. Inhale, exhale, rotate. Super. So now your forearms are down, but they're floating ever so slightly off the floor. And we're going to come opening out. Inhale. And as you exhale, the hand slides under. So similar to last time, but now the forearms are nearly touching the floor. They're not all the way down, they're just hovering, but the arm is not straight. Inhale, reach up, you can straighten the arm. And then exhale, slide it under. We'll do 4 on one side. Inhale, open out. Oh, it feels so nice, right? Exhale. So working on flexibility and length here at the start, and then we'll work into strength at the other half of the class. Super, let's switch sides. So start with the forearms down, and then let the forearm just hover so it's still lifted. Lovely. Inhale, lift up, the arm is relatively straight. Exhale and rotate under. Inhale, lift up and open. Exhale. You can feel this in the arm. There's 2 done, 2 to go. Exhale, rotate. Super, last one. And exhale, rotate. Excellent. So let's come to all 4s and let's hover the knees. Take an inhale and then exhale. So draw the abs in, engage the pelvic floor, push the floor away. Let's inhale, tap the knees, exhale, lift. Inhaling up, exhaling lift. 4 more. And it's literally a tap, so we're not letting all the weight rest on the knees. And lift. And lift. So we're going to go from this hovering into a down dog, but we'll keep the knees kind of bent. So inhale to the hover, and then exhale into a down dog, but keep your knees bent. Inhale, and exhale into a down dog. Inhale, and exhale into a down dog. Knees staying bent. Inhale, and exhale into a down dog. Now stay here in your down dog and straighten one leg and bend the opposite knee. And then switch. And then switch. And then switch. And switch. Super. Come back to your hover. Excellent. And now I want you to step one leg back and then the other into a plank. And then step the knees back into the hover. And so hips don't lift up. Only the legs are moving here. There's 3. And then step it in. 4. Great. And step it in. 5. Check tailbone under, navel to spine. 6. And step it in 7 and 8, 9 and 10. So now you're in a plank, and I want you to come from a plank to a down dog now with the legs straight. So we did it with our knees bent previously. So forward to a plank, over wrists, and then push up into a down dog. So lovely strength work, lengthening in the spine. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. 2 more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. And as you rock forward, tuck that tailbone on a nice and straight line. Excellent. Exhale, down dog. So let's stay in the down dog now. The legs are straight. And come all the way up onto your tippy toes. And then push the heels back. Let's do 5 of them. Tippy toes, and then heels back. 2. Tippy toes, heels back. 3. Find the right distance, right? So you might need to shorten your dog if you need to. 4 and 5. So now do shorten a bit. So you're not in a very long dog. Knees can be bent, absolutely no problem. And now bring the left hand to the right knee, shin, or ankle, and turn to look underneath the right arm. So very strong. This right knee can stay bent. Great job. And let's go the other side. So both hands back, and now right hand to the knee, the shin, the ankle, and that left knee can be bent or straight, and turn to look underneath that left arm. Great. Both hands down, both knees down. Great. So let's come lying on our back. And we'll come down the Pilates way, arms forward, and slowly articulate all the way down. Super, we're in Pilates rest position. So Pilates rest position, the knees are bent. Knees are bent, shoulders away from the ears, ribs are in, navel to spine. Feel nice length. Nice. Interlace the hands behind the back of your head. So you're making like a little hammock for your head. And you're going to push your head into your hands, take an inhale. And as you exhale, lift the pelvic floor, scoop the abdominals, and come to a chest lift. We do 10. Inhaling down, exhaling up. So when we think of the core, very often there's a misperception that it's just the 6-pack. But the core is also all the muscles that stabilize the spine and the pelvis. So they include the back muscles, the obliques at the sides, and they include the hip flexors and the glutes. And then, of course, we also often work the hamstrings and the quads and the legs. We also often work the arms. But here, the abdominals are engaged, and we're trying to create length in the vertebrae of the spine. So we're thinking of the ribs coming towards the hips, the abdominals sinking. Sometimes it can be good to use a visual where you look down and see your navel sinking as opposed to lifting. One last one. So now keep the chest lifted, really nice. Push the head into the hands, one leg in tabletop, then the other leg in tabletop. Really nice. Stay lifted. Let one foot come to the floor, back up. So we keep the angle in our knees, right? So it's a hinge at the hip socket. And the leg stays in the same angle, but in the hip socket, it just goes up and down, extending. Yep, that's it. And 5. Navel to spine, elbows wide. 6. And 6. And 7. And 7. That's it. 8. And 8. 9. And 9. 10. And 10. Super. So keep the knees where they are. Let your head down and put your arms out to the side, palms down. And so we're going to squeeze the knees together. As we inhale, we're going to let the knees go to one side. They're not falling, right? We're in control of the movement. The opposite shoulder stays down. As we exhale, we draw the knees back up. Slower is harder. We try not to use momentum here. using the strength in the abdominals, the flexion in the hips, well, not flexion, the lengthening in the hips, in the hip flexors. Exhale back to center. We'll go for 8. So there's 1. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale back to center. 2. And so really feel here that movement in the torso, muscles that you're engaging, and that lovely rotation in the ribs. And then you have to really work in the shoulders. There's 3. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale back to center. 4. Halfway there. Inhale. Exhale. Sink the abdominals as you draw the legs up. Inhale. Exhale back to center. There's 5. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Inhale. And push that opposite shoulder into the floor. 6. Lovely. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale. There's 7. Last 1. So see, can the legs go a little bit further? Maybe we'll try extension. Extend the legs. Bring them back in. Back to center. And then inhale. Extend the legs. Bring them back in. And back to center. Excellent. Interlace the hands again behind the back of your head. And let's do that tapping of the knee, the foot to the floor, keeping the angle in the knee, but we'll rotate. So inhale here in the center, elbows wide. And as you exhale, left foot taps, and we rotate towards the right knee. Inhale, both legs up. Exhale, right foot taps, and rotates the left knee. There's 1. And exhale. And exhale, 2. 3. Stay uplifted. Navel to spine. 4. 5. 6. 7. 1 more. 8. Excellent. So we're going to do a rollover. And the key with the rollover is the arms, right? So your strength is in the arms. They really help you. So knees are in tabletop. And as you inhale, you bring the legs over. And you can straighten the legs or leave them bent. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly, with control, bring the legs down. Lift the head and shoulders and extend the legs long. Okay, so knees can stay bent the whole time. You don't have to straighten them if you don't want to. Inhale, coming up. And then exhale, knees can stay bent. And slowly roll down. And then when your hips start hitting the floor, lift the head and shoulders, extend the legs. Let's do 5. There's 2. Inhale. And then exhale. So we were doing reverse crunches this last while. And that's preparation for this one. And so if you need to, let's just do reverse crunches instead. Otherwise, 2 more roll-ups. Reverse crunches, lift the hips and down. And again, you're using the arms to help you lift the hips and down, abdominal strong. Otherwise, 1 more rollover. So reverse crunches or the rollover. Really nice. And reach the legs long. Excellent. So let's interlace the hands again. Head in a hammock of your hands, thumbs down your neck, elbows wide, knees are on tabletop, navel to spine. Inhale. And as you exhale, crisscross. So now the leg extends as we rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. And 2. And 2. And 3. And 3. And 4. And 4. 5. Keep going. 5. You got it. 6. And 6. 7. And 7. And 8. And 8. Excellent. We're going to roll over and come to a balance. So knees are on tabletop, hands on the floor, pushing into the floor, come into the rollover, and then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, let the spine come down, lift the chest, and then come up into balancing. Great. So we're going to do a little bit more rolling. We're going to do rolling like a ball, which we haven't done in a long time. Okay, so rolling like a ball. The key with rolling like a ball is that you are rounded. Okay, so don't over, straight back. A rounded spine. We only ever come as far as the upper vertebrae of the back, and you can feel it. There's a bony vertebrae at the top, and then you go into the smaller neck, cervical vertebrae. So you only ever come to the top of your spine. You don't come into the neck at all. So holding on to your ankles, the distance between your heels and your bum is not going to change. You're going to inhale back and exhale up to balance. That's it. Inhale back, exhale up, to balance. That's it. Stay rounded, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale back, exhale up. That's it. If you want to increase the challenge, you see how we go. Instead of holding the legs, you can have your elbows on your knees. And again, you keep that distance between the heels and the bum the same. That's it. We'll do one more like this, whichever version, hands at your feet. Bring the heels together, the soles of your feet together, and reach forward. And then come back up to balance. Inhale back, exhale up. Soles of your feet together. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale back up to balance. Inhale, roll back. Exhale up, balance. Soles of your feet together. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale to balance. Let's do two more. Inhale back, exhale up. Soles of your feet together. Inhale, reach. Exhale here. Balance. Last one. Inhale back. Exhale up to balance. Excellent. Soles of your feet together. Reach the arms forward. And then back to sitting. Great. So we're going to get into a side series now. So come lying on your mat. And we'll start. You've so many options always, and you find the one that works for you. I quite like my head resting in my hand, like so, with the elbow bent. But this may be more comfortable for you, right? And so you always find the version that works for you. So the spine is nice and long, and then I'd like tonight for your legs to be just a little bit forward. So it's like your shoulders to your hips are directly in line with the mat, and then the legs are just a little bit forward of the hips. Really nice. So we're going to turn the bottom leg down. So it's turning, it's an external rotation in the bottom leg so that thank you. Off you go, baby. Good girl. So the bottom leg is externally rotated so that the toes are tucked under in the bottom leg. And then the top leg is externally rotated also. So you're making a V shape with your feet. The bottom toe is pointing down, the top toe is pointing up. Hand is here on the floor in front of you. You're not going to move in your torso. The only thing moving is your leg. So I want you to point and bring it up and then flex and bring it down, keeping that external rotation, the heels tap. It almost looks like if you think of Mary Poppins with her umbrella and her feet pointing out. Inhale and exhale, there's 3. And so that always, it affects, the rotation always changes the feeling totally of the movement. 5. Inhale up, exhale down 6. Exhale down 7. We're going to do 8. We go for 10 of everything. 8, 2 more. Exhale down 9. So here we're getting into the strength work. And 10. Okay, so now bend both your knees so that they're parallel. The knees are straight out from the hips, and now extend the top leg long. We're going to keep it in parallel and flexed. So in parallel means that the knee, the hip, the ankle, the toes are all facing straight forward. They're not externally rotated and they're not internally rotated. So they're parallel with the floor. Okay, and it's flexed. You can have a pointed toe or flexed. We're going for flexed here. Okay, very nice. So we need to check also our engagement. Sorry, I didn't mention that. So think of your hip here, the top hip is trying to lengthen away from the top ribs. And as soon as you do that, you're creating this length on the top of your torso. You'll notice the bottom waist becomes more activated. So we want to have that We're not sinking down, relaxing, right? Not trying to have everything in touch with the floor. We have this length, top hip lengthening away from the top ribs. Bottom waist is lifted. Foot is flexed and parallel. We're going to kick the legs straight forward. And then we're going to tap it to the floor once. And then bring it all the way back to straight. And really notice now, no movement in the torso. So navel to spine, pelvic floor lift. Kick it forward. You're doing a ladder, right? So the first few are so easy. 1 and 2. And now bring it all the way back. Excellent. Navel to spine, shoulders away from the ears. Bring it forward. 3 taps. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. And now bring the leg all the way back. Kick the leg forward. We're going to go to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now carefully bring it all the way back. Lower abs lifted. Navel to spine, shoulders away from the ears. Ribs in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it all the way back. Super. We're on to 6. Bring it forward. And 6, 5, 4. Pelvic floor lift. 3, 2, 1. And bring it all the way back. So remember, you can rest on the arm or the hand. We're going to 7. Bring it forward. So 1, 2. Nice controlled movement. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I know. It's starting to burn. So 3 more. Bring it forward. Leg in parallel, foot flexed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. Last 2. Really nice. Now it's long. And now carefully bring it all the way forward. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got this. Engage the core. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my Lord. No, only 9. We have to do one more. We have to do one more. Okay, bring it forward. We did 10 that time, so we'll do 9 this time. 9 and 8. Engage the core. 7. So navel in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my Lord. Little fist. Get in there. Deflect the pain sensations. Excellent. So now we'll do a little bit of clam. So clam, you can be up on your forearm, you can be down on your hand, or you can be long on your arm, whatever works. I'm going to come up for this one. So always remember, lift the bottom waist. So knees are bent. And now I want you to lift your shins and then check again, right? Once we lift the shins, we have a tendency to drop down. So lift the bottom waist and the shins are lifted. Excellent. So here you're going to open and close. What we don't want is that you open and then you start leaning back, right? We want to have all the movement, hip socket. So femur head and the hip socket rotating. There's 4. Lift that bottom waist. And 5. And 6. Yes, I know it's the same place we were just working. 7. I'm going to go for 10. 8. 9. And 10. We'll just add a little bit of extension, okay? So open, extend, bend, bring it in. We'll just do 5 of these. Open, extend, bend, bring it in. Bottom waist lifts. Open, extend, bend, bring it in. That's 4. Open, extend, bend, and bring it in. Excellent. Great job. So now we do a little bit of side plank. So first of all, lengthen your legs long. So no longer with the knees straight forward, and just bend the bottom knee back. Okay. So before this, we had the knee forward of the hip. Now I want the knee in a straight line down from the hip, and the knee is bent. Top leg is down. And we'll stay on the forearm for this one. Okay, so you're going to come up into your side plank. And hand can be on your head or on your hip, whichever works for you. So you're going to lift the top leg up and down. And then you're going to drop the hips down and up. Lovely. We're going to go for 8. So up and down, and then drop the hip down and up. There's 2. Up and down, drop the hip down and up. 3. Check, right? So you do not want your bum sticking back. You want a lovely straight line like a regular plank, tailbone under, down and up. 4. Now I'm going to show you a progression option for those of you who want to. So keep going exactly as we are. We'll come onto your hand, straight line plank. The leg goes up and down, hip drops and in. There's 7. Up and down, hip drops and up. 8. Up and down, drop and up. 9. Last one. Up and down and drops and lifts. 10. Excellent. So now come around into a plank onto your forearm. So frontal plank. Feet a little bit wide, so maybe the width of your mat apart. And here we're going to rotate. So drop your left hip towards the floor, come back to center, and then rotate the other hip towards the floor, back to center. So check, tailbone under, navel to spine, and rotate back to center, and rotate back to center. There's 2, we'll do 5. And exhale, 3. And exhale. And exhale, 4. Last one, exhale. And exhale. Excellent. So let's come around other side for the side series. So where we did all the stretching and flexibility at the start, you can see how we're definitely doing a lot of strength work now. So lying hand on your head, under your head, or lying on your arm, whichever works for you. Straight line with your torso, and then bring the feet just a little bit forward. And then tuck those bottom toes under. So you're externally rotating the bottom leg, and then externally rotating the top leg so that you have your 2 heels together, Mary Poppins style. Hand down, and then inhale coming up, exhale coming down. Lovely. Inhale coming up, point to the toes, keep external rotation, exhale coming down. 2. Keep those bottom toes pointing towards the floor. And 3, navel to spine. And 4, great work. And 5. And 6, you know what's coming next, right? 7, all those taps. And 8, so enjoy this lovely length, really lengthening. And again, check. Bottom, top hip, lengthening away from the top ribs, right? Bottom waist lifted, so that real activation. And 9, last one. And 10. Okay, so now bend that bottom knee, top leg is long. Check again, that lengthening, right? So top hip lengthening away from the ribs, and you can feel how that, and so we're working the leg and core is activated. Bottom waist is lifted just slightly. Foot is flexed and then parallel. Kick the leg all the way forward and 1 tap. And then bring it all the way back. So really control the movement here. Torso should be very steady. Forward, 2 taps. 1 and 2. And then kick it all the way back. Bring it forward and control the movement. 1, 2, and 3. So as it increases and there's more and more sensation, right? Check that you still have your precision. 4, 3. So navel to spine, pelvic floor lifted. 2, 1. Top hip lifting away from the ribs. And now we're to 5. So 1 and 2, 3. Shoulders relaxed away from the floor, away from the ears. 4 and 5. Leg back long. Let's come forward for 6. I'm just going to count. 1, not talk. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Excellent. Bring it all the way back. Burn is starting to kick in. Lengthen the top waist. So hip away from the ribs. Bottom waist lifted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoulders relaxed. 6 and 7. Nice controlled movement. Bring it back. Lovely. 3 more. Bring it forward. And 1 and 2. Navel to spine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have got this. 2 to go. Lovely. Bring it forward. Keep that length. So the top hip drawing away from the top ribs. And 1, 2. Bottom waist lifted. 3, 4. Navel to spine. 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2. Uh-oh. Was that meant to be 9? Who knows? We have 2 to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you feel how hot you get? Yeah, excellent. Last one. Bring it all the way forward for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, great job. Okay, we're going to get into the clams now. And so you can stay on your elbow, on your head and your hand, or you can come up and then lift the bottom waist. So not dripping down, lift the bottom waist, both knees are bent, and then lift the shins. So your thighs on the floor, your knees on the floor, lift the bottom waist, and then open and close. Great. 1, 2, and 3. Shoulders relaxed. 4, and 5, and 6. Well done. 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll do 5 with the extension. So open, extend, feet together, and close. Open, extend, feet together, and close. There's 2. Open, extend, feet together, and close. 3. Open, lift the bottom waist, extend, feet together. 4. Last one. Open, extend, feet together, and 5. Great job. Okay, so then let's get into that side plank. So either version, right? So first version, the knee is bent, but the knee is straight down from the hip, right? And then the top leg, and then you lift up. Excellent. And then here, the leg goes up and down, and then the hip drops and lifts. So we can do 5 and 5. You can go straight to the second version, the progression, down and up. There's 2. Up and down, drop the hip, lift up. 3. Up and down, drop the hip and up. 4. Up and down, drop the hip and lift. 5. So stay exactly with that. Or I'll show the progression, which is both feet are stacked. You can reach the arm up. So up and down, drop the hip and up. 1. Do 5. Up and down, drop the hip, whoop, and lift. 2. Tailbone under. Up and down, drop the hip, lift. 3. 2 to go. Up and down, drop the left hip, lift. 4. Last one. Up and down, drop the hip, lift. 5, and come around. Let's go again with those hip dips. So come onto your forearms, feet are wide, and drop the hips to one side, and then drop the hips to the other. 1. We'll do 5. Drop and come back, drop and come back. 2, and 3. That's it. And 4. Last ones. And 5. Excellent. Come all the way down. So we worked the front abdominals, we worked the glutes, we worked the side series and the obliques. And now, of course, into some back extension and strengthen the back muscles. So let's start with some Superman. So arms reach forward and then straight away draw the shoulders back away from the ears, but the arms are still extended. And the forehead can be down on the floor. Feet are a little wider than hip distance. Push the pubic bone into the mat, navel towards the spine, pelvic floor lifts, and just feel that relationship with the mat, right? So hips, ribs, pubic bone actively pushing into the floor, but the hips and the ribs are a little lighter. So now relax, let it all go, and notice the difference, right? So let's engage again, pubic bone down, navel to spine, the hips and ribs are a little lighter. And now we're going to lift the arms, lift the legs, and hold and breathe. And breathe. Keep pushing that pubic bone down, navel to spine. As you exhale, navel to spine, lift the pelvic floor. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Shoulders away from the ears. So can you lift the thighs a little more? Last one. And now draw the elbows back. Hands beneath your shoulders. So we're going to come up into a push-up. So let's start by lifting the hips up in the air and then push up. And let's do 5. So elbows not tucked to the side of the body, but not flaring out. So about 45 degrees. Coming down, inhale, exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go again. So come all the way down, pubic bone into the mat, arms reaching, shoulders away from the ears, legs lifted, hold and breathe. Back of your neck is long, so looking to the floor and lengthen. Keep engaging the navel. If this feels like too much in your back, pop your feet down or pop one hand, one foot down, right? So a right and a left. Find the version that works for you. So it's very strong. Spinal muscles are very strongly active here. So see what suits. 2 more breaths. That's it. Last one. Excellent. Now draw the elbows back, hands beneath your shoulders. And now lift the hips first. Right, so hips are lifted, elbows tuck in, and push up. There's 1. Let's do 4 more. Inhale down, exhale 2, 3. Of course, you can do full version if you want. 4 and 5. Excellent. All the way down. Let's do 1 more round of Superman. Arms reaching, legs lifted, and breathe. Again, back of your neck is long. Inner thighs turning towards the ceiling. So baby toe turning towards the mat. 2 more breaths. See, can you lift a little higher? That's it. And now elbows draw back, hands beneath your shoulders. Lift your hips first. Or you can go for the pushing up straight into a push-up. So if you're going straight into a push-up, tuck your toes, take an inhale, and then exhale to push up. Super. So knees down or straight. We'll try for 4 of these. We'll see how we go. Inhale and exhale. 1 and 2. Keep your chin lifted. 3, last 1, and 4. Great. Knees down and push back into child's pose. Really nice. So let's do the scooter and then we'll do some stretching on the floor. So come into a down dog, walk your hands back and slowly roll up. Excellent. So scooter, I love this one, right? So hands on genie and then sit down. Now your spine stays very straight, okay? You're gonna come onto the toes of your right foot, lengthen it back and in. We'll do 10 and 2. Bend that knee. So you're really scooting down. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Proprioception balance. 8, 9, and 10. Super. Step the leg back, come into a squat, and then we'll go straight to the other side. So now bend the other knee and bring the leg in and out. Spine nice and straight. 2, 3. So you can sink a little lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step it wide. So you're in a nice squat. Think low. Let's do another round. So first side. Think low. Foot comes in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. 6. Let's add the arms. As you reach your leg back, your arms go up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms stay up. Come into a low squat. That's it. And then the other side. So absolutely stay with genie arms. It feels more comfortable. Otherwise, 1, 2. Arms reach as the leg goes back. 3, 4. Navel to spine. 5. Bend the front knee. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. Come back into your squat. Let's put our hands on our thighs. We'll do a little bit of rotation here. So chest lifts, push into the heels, take an inhale. Legs won't move, but as you exhale, as if you're trying to bring your shoulder to the opposite knee. Inhale to center. And we use the leverage against the thigh, right? So push against the thigh to rotate. Like where we started, where we were pushing into our thigh to lengthen. Inhale, center, and then rotate. And rotate. And rotate. Super. So let's heel toe the feet together and we'll roll down. Inhale, tuck the chin and roll all the way down. So let's come sitting in Mermaid. So here in Mermaid, front, one foot is forward and the other is back. So we do two different kinds of rotation. So arms out to the side. Take it. And if this isn't comfortable, right? Cross-legged is also perfect. Okay, so all the time, find the version that works for you, okay? Especially with so many different knee problems that people can have. And so find the version. Inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to rotate. Opposite hand comes to the shoulder, the other hand goes behind. Inhale, center, and rotate. I'm going to move a little bit forward away from the wall and rotate. So you can really feel lovely twisting action in the torso here. Let's do the lengthening. Inhale, exhale to the side. Inhale, center, and then lengthen to the side. Two more each side. Center and exhale. One more. Exhale. Inhale, center and exhale. Let's see, can we move our legs without using our arms? And can we do it with our legs high? So you can you switch your legs. Excellent. And let's do the rotation first. So inhale and exhale. Hand goes to the opposite shoulder. Other arm reaches back. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. And lovely. Let's go side to side. Inhale, center, and then reach. Inhale, center, and reach. So we started with lots of lovely rotation. We were on all fours, opening to the sides, and then sliding the arm under. And then we did lots of hovering in the legs on all fours, and then going in and out of down dog. And then we got into the strength work. So let's bring the abdominal work. And then, of course, the side series, working the glutes and the lower and the sides of the waist, the obliques. And then we did all the work with the back. Finish with some standing, strengthening the quads. And then finish with some nice stretching. Pilates is fantastic. We just keep bouncing here for a moment. Let's do another stretch just to finish off. Legs wide and reach forwards. It's fantastic for creating strength, but also length in the muscles. And so as you're stabilizing, you're also lengthening. So like when we were in the side series, we were stabilizing the core, and then we were lifting the leg, lengthening out of the hip socket, creating length in the hip flexors. And so there's multiple things going on at once in each of the postures. And that's why certainly it's hard to ever get bored doing Pilates, because you're so busy trying to work all the different things that are happening. And you're also working on your precision, right, all the time, getting more precise in your movements. Cultivating your proprioception while also working on our introspection. So draw your knees in and let's roll up. And let's finish with standing. Close your eyes. Let the weight rock to the front of your feet. Tune into your plumb line. So if you were to drop a stone from behind your ear through your body, you would line up with the outside of the shoulders, hips, ankles, and knees. So now lean towards your heels. Here's your proprioception, your awareness of your body and space. Lean to one side and lean to the other side. Come to the center. Maybe your spine feels a little bit longer, feel taller. Pilates is amazing for our posture. Maybe you can feel different areas a little bit more tender, feel like they've been worked. Chest lifted. And thank you so much.